Well, good afternoon, everyone. Owen Fritzen here with you on a Sunday afternoon. We do have some severe weather that we're contending with here, and this is pretty much focused for anybody that is going to be east of I-71. So we're in the east central portion of Ohio. The rest of Ohio, you might see a scattered shower, thunder shower throughout the day and evening, but not so much focused on you. Right now on the screen, what we have in this purplish area is a severe thunderstorm watch that's for basically east central Ohio and some portions of our West Virginia counties that go until 11 p.m. tonight. So that's where we're at with everything. So if you're not inside the watch area, not so much going on for you, nothing really going on for you today. Again, you might see an isolated shower or thunder shower as you head into the evening hours for portions outside of this severe thunderstorm watch. But if you're in the severe thunderstorm watch, this is what we're focusing in on you. This line is starting to fire up, and it's about on time, if you will, as we expected it. So we're starting to see this line form, and just kind of throw some things at you here. Let's quickly, let me turn off the severe watch, and let's turn on what the categorical outlook for the Storm Prediction Center that was issued, the latest update here. You can kind of see in this nice yellow area, this is the slight risk, and then in this orange area is the enhanced risk, and that's the area that we're going to be really focusing in on. Right now, we have some severe thunderstorm warnings in our area up in northeast Ohio, but we're really focusing in here on what we got going on in this enhanced area. And the reason I say that is I bring up the probability of tornadoes, and you can see once we in that enhanced area, we have a higher risk for tornadoes today and strong winds. Let's bring up the wind risk map as well. That's the high wind risk map for today, that we could potentially see some very strong winds with this. The primary threat's going to be large hail and damaging winds, but we can't, again, rule out an isolated tornado or two, especially with the dynamics that we have today. As I wrote in my discussion early this morning, about 4 in the morning, the dynamics are definitely there as far as wind shear and some of this moisture and this plume that we had that's going up in the atmosphere. And then we hit temperatures in the 80s in most places across Ohio today, breaking records. So uncommon for this time of year. So we have all the dynamics working in place for us. However, this should be short-lived, especially after sunset. Hopefully we'll start to see it die down. So what's going on right now? Let's kind of look at, let's go ahead and turn off the outlook and let's focus in on the severe thunderstorm watch, kind of this line that's moving in. Let's go ahead and zoom in up in here for the severe thunderstorm warning, correct myself. So if you're for Geauga, Trumbull, and Portage County, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that is for you at this point. It goes until 5:45 again for northern Portage, Trumbull, and southeastern Geauga counties. And they're saying right now Gulfport ball size hail is possible with 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So golf ball size hail, fairly large hail here that's expected with this, up to 1 3/4 inch hail. So that's what we're seeing here in this storm that's actually grown fairly quickly over the last about 15-20 minutes or so. This storm is kind of fired up very quickly, and you can see as I zoom in on the severe thunderstorm warning, you see these very dark purples. That's what we're kind of looking at today in terms of some very large hail that's just north of Garrettsville by Cortland. That's what we're going to continue to see as it pushes towards the south. We'll start to see this line fill in just a little bit, and we'll see some of these storms start to fire up along this line near Canton, basically. As I said, right along 80 in my discussion this morning, and sure enough, there's where we're at. Right along 80, they're starting to fire and fuel, and we'll see as this pushes towards the south, we'll start to see some more storms fire. And then within that, again, main threat's going to be large hail and damaging winds, but again, with the wind shear that we have in place today, we can't rule out an isolated tornado or so. So, again, what's going on here, just kind of looking at it here. I'm not going to talk about my town. Sorry, we have too many towns to cover. But basically, if you are not in the watch, and I'll throw up the watch once again, if you're not in the watch, nothing really to worry about. I just put the watch back on the screen. If you are in the watch, then you need to be looking out until 11 o'clock tonight. And this is the severe thunderstorm watch that's highlighted now in purple that just went up on your screen. That goes until 11 p.m. tonight. So if you're not in the watch right now, nothing really to worry about at this point. You'll be seeing maybe an isolated thunder shower or two, depending on where you're at. We do expect some maybe to fill back in northwest Ohio, and so we'll see how this front as it pushes through. So that's kind of what we got going on right now. Again, didn't want to come on and overhype the situation. We're not going to do that, but at least wanted to come on live and show you, hey, we are here, we are monitoring the situation, and we're continuing to see this line start to fire up. So if you're anywhere, again, inside the severe thunderstorm watch, you need to make sure that you are having multiple ways to receive warnings here as we head into the evening hours as the sun starts to set. Hopefully this starts to die off. However, so just kind of looking at that, and let's take care of that. Just kind of looking at everything, kind of looking at the parameters, you start to see it start to fill in back towards. Sorry, I'm banning a few people. You're starting to see fill back in towards Canton and towards Columbus, so you'll start to see this line start to fire up as we move forward. So with that, just quickly coming on here, not staying live. We'll come back live as we need to. Just know right now we have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in place that's been issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. So I just seen a comment in there, why isn't Licking County in the watch? I don't know. You can ask the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. But in Licking County, the variables for that, not looking as much at this point. So you just kind of have to ride it out, and it's a good thing. Most of our focus is going to be here over towards east central Ohio as I highlight the risk area right now. That's what we're looking at right now, as we're kind of looking in this darker area, and that's where the watch kind of lines up. Down here in the slight risk area, hopefully that dies down by the end of tonight. So with that being said, again, quickly coming on live, we're going to come back live as needed. We're continuing to watch this storm. We got the team looking at it, and we will keep coming back and updating you as needed.